there, welcome back to Just on the Bike. Out for a little run today for no reason whatsoever. Just out because it's a lovely day. I've not a tremendous amount of news. I bought a new helmet, which I'm hoping that I've managed to solve the audio issue that I had the first time I wore it. So I bought this helmet before we went to the vlogger weekender, and I thought, right, I'll wear that and it'll break it in because we're doing a bit of mileage. But unfortunately the pin lock hasn't arrived, and I've been waiting about 3 weeks for it now, so it's all right in a day like this, it's not a problem. But when we were at the weekender, the weather was wet and it would have been a nightmare without the pin lock, so I'm still waiting on that. But it's a LS2 helmet, so it's not a top of the range thing by any means, but I thought I'd get an adventure helmet purely for the visibility. The peak's a little bit off-putting, I'm still getting used to that, but it's perfectly comfortable. The cardo fits in an absolute treat. You don't need any Velcro really to hold it in. The little cutouts for the speakers are just perfectly sized. So we'll see how it goes. Peaky Biker had this very helmet when we were up at the weekender, and he said it was really comfortable, but obviously everybody's head shape's different and things like that. But I'm sad enough to have it colour coordinated to the bike, so it's red, white and blue, the same as the bike, because I'm just that kind of sad. So I also, at the time I bought the helmet, decided I really needed to get some new waterproofs. My old jacket had stopped becoming quite so waterproof as it had been, so I thought I'll buy myself a new jacket, and I spent ages looking because I had RST trousers and I wanted an RST jacket, and I didn't want the Adventure X, which is what they do now, which is, well, you can add the, the airbag thing into it. But I didn't like the style of it, I didn't like the exposed padding on the shoulders and things, so I wanted the older style adventure jacket that RST do, which I really liked. But unfortunately, they've discontinued it now, so you're really looking at buying old stock. So I managed to get one of them. Took a while, but I got there, and I thought that'll be a useful thing to have for the weekender because the weather wasn't very good. So I headed out on the Friday to head up to go to the meetup, and was staying for the weekend. And the bloody jacket arrived on the Saturday after I had left. So that's what happens. Just my kind of luck. One thing I have done when it comes to video editing now is I used to have the footage kind of just stacked on top of each other on the timeline and pick and choose what I wanted to put on, but you can only see one of the feeds on the timeline at the one time, and so you have to kind of pay attention and guess or take a note of the time where you want to change your views. And I was aware that DaVinci Studio did have a multi-camera editing thing, and I didn't really know how to use it. So what I've done now is I've found out how to use that a little bit, which is an absolute game changer as far as editing goes. You sync up all your video files to start at the same place. If you do a clap, it tries to filter it in with the sound, so it looks and hears the same noise on each of the video feeds and sets it to that. Now, I've not had a tremendous amount of success with that, so what I tend to do is just put a marker in it where I do my clap and then tell it to sync everything to the marker. And that's worked quite successfully. Say it's worked quite successfully. I've only tried it on one video so far, but I'll try it again or I'll keep using it, because the more you use it, the better you get at it, I suppose. But what a tremendous thing. You can sit on the left-hand screen, you've got all 3 or 4 or however many video feeds you've got. On the right-hand screen is the one that will appear in the final edit or the final cut. And you just click on whatever view you want at whatever stage in the video that you want, and it cuts to that seamlessly. It's absolutely bloody marvellous. Technology is amazing, and it makes it nice and easy for idiots like me who can't do a bloody thing without watching about 20 YouTube videos.
Here, I thought I had just seen your name on a loaf of bread, but it turns out it wasn't. It said thick cut.
So, yeah, multi-camera editing on DaVinci Studio. It's as big a game changer as the voice enhancement feature that it has, which is the reason I bought it in the first place. So we'll see how it goes. The only problem with it, or the potential problem with it, is you get carried away and you're changing views all the time, and that in itself can be very distracting. So you've just got to be careful for that and say, well, I'm going to let this run for a full minute or however long you want, rather than saying, right, I'm going to try a different view 10 seconds after you've changed the first one. So I think that's the only danger for me anyway. But what a tremendous thing. I can highly recommend DaVinci Studio, I really can. And I'll tell, must say, the biggest benefit, before I used it, I used a free one, I can't remember what it was called, Video Proc Vlogger, I think, or something like that anyway. And it was a free one, and it was very good, it was very simple to use. And I thought, well, that'll do me because it's simple. And I then saw it was Graham, I think, the Haggis Whisperer, that had the DaVinci Studio, and I bought it, and it really is tremendous. But the biggest thing, I've already said to you before in older videos, I've got a very slow upload time in my house. My broadband is really pretty slow. I don't have super fast broadband because you can't get it in my area. You can get it in other areas of the town, but not where I live. So what I discovered was I did a little experiment. I took a little 5-minute video and edited it in Video Proc Vlogger, the free one, and I edited it in DaVinci Studio exactly the same, didn't change anything. I just wanted to render it. Render it's the word I want to say rather than edit it. And the file that came out of Video Proc, the free one, was 3 times the size, very nearly 3 times the size of the file that came out of DaVinci Studio once it had rendered it. And for me, for uploading, that's a massive thing, a game changer. I used to be able to spend 15 hours trying to upload a video, and now if I have a 10-minute video at 4K, 30 frames a second, I can upload it in about between an hour and an hour and a half, which is fantastic, even with my slow internet connection. So it's the money that I spent on DaVinci Studio, which I don't object to. It was the best part of £300, but that's a lifetime updates, lifetime license, gives you 2 licenses actually. So yeah, it's been worth every single penny as far as I'm concerned. I keep finding new features on it and liking it even better. So highly recommend it. It's not cheap, but at the end of the day, it just makes your life so much easier. So there we are, we're coming down into Moffat now, and so I'll end the video there. thank you again very much for watching. I appreciate it big time. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.